Hello everyone, Dan Keep It Kune Physiology and more. And today is day 7, the final day of 100 ways to push yourself. Yes, it's the final day and still have 42 more ways I got to find to push myself. And to teach everyone how to push themselves up. Hopefully my boys will help me again today, and I'm going to have to post a few videos today to get this out there and get it done. One of the key components too is cardiovascular exercise. A lot of people don't want to push themselves to do the cardiovascular exercise because it takes a lot of mind control and it takes a lot of pushing past those voices in your head to be able to do it. One thing that kind of really made me think about this even more is I was watching this video, which I follow, of these younger guys who are actually doing all types of like calisthenics exercises, crazy challenges and stuff like that. That's where I got a couple challenge ideas from. Okay. However, I just watched something this morning. It was only like a minute and a half long, where they're sprinting up several stairs and racing each other. And I was watching on there. And it's like, okay, it's great. They have a lot of stamina based as far as like calisthenics exercises, things like that. However, I can see that they don't have a whole lot of cardiovascular endurance, at least not to the point where I think that they possibly could, and I could actually even possibly help them. Okay, the point I'm making with this is, a lot of times we don't want to push ourselves past the point of actually doing the things we really don't want to do. We're just like, oh, it's good enough. It's good enough. The only thing that is good enough is your very best. When you say, oh, that's good enough, that's not, oh, hey, let's just settle with it. No, there's no such thing as settling. You don't ever want to just settle, okay? When you say good enough, that should be, hey, that's good enough because that's the best I can do. And I see a lot of these things like, oh, I'm just going to do this and that. Yeah, you want to gradually start out doing things. You want to progressively do things, but you've got to push yourself past and not wanting to do things that you don't want to do, that your mind does not allow you to do. Do you really think that I want to get up every morning and take my breath outside in the freezing ass cold? Okay, because I do it all year round. Okay, even when it's negative 30, 40 degrees, I will still go out on my balcony, take some deep breaths, and just some pants or shorts and no shirt on. Okay, you think I want to do that? Do you think I want to adapt to the cold? No, I don't really want to do any of this. My mind does not allow me to do any of this. I push past that and push myself and push myself and push myself. So cardiovascular exercise, do more of it. If you're not very good at it, or if you're not very conditioned, start off by walking. Now, walking is cardiovascular exercise. Helps to build endurance in your legs and things like that. Okay, enough of the details. So that's one thing. Cardiovascular exercise. Now I'm going to give you some details of cardiovascular exercise. Okay, get out there and walk. If you say you're in a lot of pain, whatever, walk a couple blocks. If you're still in a lot of pain, well, you got to walk back. So walk back. There you go. Right there. There's 4 blocks right out of your way. Okay, each and every day, progress more, progress more. There's number 2. Okay, number 3 example. It's about the only way I'm going to do this. Just come up with multiple exercises for each subject. So, number 3 example, riding a bicycle. Okay, even if you don't like riding a bicycle, it can build a lot of strength and endurance in your quadricep muscles, and it can also build a lot of strength and endurance in other parts of your body, as well as it's very good for your heart, very good for your blood flow. Any type of cardiovascular exercise helps push more blood flow into the muscles. More blood flow creates more energy. It also is going to really generate more mitochondria, more energy production within the mitochondria of your cells, and that's literally your powerhouse. That's where your energy starts, on the cellular level, which is extremely important. The more cardiovascular exercise you do, the more apt you are to have that more positive energy and not have to rely on caffeine supplements and things like that. It's not okay to consume some of those things, but you won't need them as much. There's so many people out there that, I wake up, I drink a Monster or a Red Bull, whatever it is in the morning, okay, an energy drink of any kind, it doesn't matter what kind it is, okay? They rely on that, okay? I don't rely on anything like that. Yeah, I drink a little bit of coffee, like a quarter to a half a cup of some coffee, but that's not first thing in the morning. That's after I'm already doing a couple things. Then I do that, and that's more for my mind, not for my body. When I wake up, my body's awake. It's just my mind that's got to get up. So we got to push ourselves. Another one way, okay, so that was 4, I think. Here's number 5, okay? Push ourselves in the morning. Try to avoid getting that coffee or getting that caffeine or that energy drink or energy pill, whatever it is. Try to avoid doing that first thing in the morning. Well, energy pills, they take time to work, so you could take that because it's not going to work right away, okay? Get your mind used to and your body used to actually not having to rely on that, okay? Even though I need things to wake up my mind for reasons that I don't wish to discuss, okay? Nothing bad, just something from when I was a kid, all right? Because of that, if I can do it, everyone can do it. I push myself past that point to say, hey, you know what, I don't need this first thing in the morning. I get up, I do some mobility exercises, I do my breathing and things like that, and then I'll drink just a little bit of coffee to get my mind awake to make sure I'm going to stay focused on my training and focused on my day, okay? And yes, I drink tea and coffee throughout the day, but I'm literally sipping on it throughout the entire day. The reason I'm bringing this up is we've got to push ourselves to not rely on that caffeine. So there's number 6, okay? All right, number 7. Okay, if you do have issues with being addicted to caffeine supplements or energy drinks or things like that, push yourself by doing this one simple thing. Gradually cut down. You're like, oh, well, I can't do that. I feel like a zombie. Okay, yeah, because your body is used to it. I know way back in the day when I was a store manager for a supplement, a vitamin industry. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I got addicted to energy supplements. I would take them even when I didn't need them. I mean, there's nothing extreme. I wasn't taking I would never take more than the recommended amount. It's just the fact that I was relying on them when I absolutely did not need them because I was like, oh, hey, you know what? I need a little more extra energy. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Take it. It got to the point it was throwing off my equilibrium, my chemical, it caused a chemical imbalance in my body. I was getting irritable towards my kids and their mother, and I realized that, and I stopped myself, and I took it upon myself, pushed past this voice in my head to do it. I literally, I didn't consume any caffeine for like 7 days, other than I would have a small amount of tea, of not a very strong tea, a small amount of tea with apple cider vinegar and honey. I would have that usually twice a day, and that was it. Okay, so honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I crashed hard for 5 days straight. I was like a zombie walking around at work. Yeah, I had to push myself. She'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, have a good day, you know, things like that. Okay, and I was working with customers, obviously, a vitamin industry, a vitamin store. Okay. And honestly, it took a lot, but I did it. No matter how bad I was wanting to be like, oh yeah, let's take this. I didn't. I pushed myself and I pushed myself and I pushed myself, and I did not let my voices take over. And you know what? I was very happy about that. After day 6 and 7, I also did a detoxification process to help me get everything extra out of my body. And honestly, by day 7, I felt great. I wasn't even going to really consume much tea and stuff anymore, and then I was like, okay, you know what, the tea and stuff's good for me. And then I realized that, hey, it's okay to consume things like that, natural sources especially, but you don't want to go overboard, because even something that's good for you can honestly not is not good for you in large amounts. Okay, that's number 7. All right, number 8, those of you who are struggling with any type of addiction, okay, it's honestly, you got to find what motivates you. You got to find something that is actually going to be like, you know what, this is what I live for. I live for my boys. They motivated me so much. When my first son was born, it motivated me to do something in my life. Yes, their mother encouraged me and inspired me, but once she found out that we were having our first kid, it motivated me. Say, you know what, I need to do something with my life because I want my kids to look up to me and be like, you know what, not that I want to be just like dad, but I want to be successful like my dad. I want to do something with my life. Unlike a lot of these kids out there who don't give a shit because they see what their parents do, and which really isn't a whole lot. Some yes, some no. I'm not going to talk bad about anybody. I'm just saying. Okay. And then my oldest also inspired me to go to school when he's a little younger, a little bit older. When he was about 16 to 18 months, he inspired me to go to school. I said, you know what, he's going to watch this and he's going to see me. And then my youngest inspired me when he was born, he inspired me to go to school for my second program, which was my nutrition. My first was my personal training and fitness things. My second was my nutrition. 2 degrees I've always wanted, but I was not inspired until I had kids. So yes, I was inspired, but I was not inspired to that degree, to that higher degree, until my boys were born. So that right there is something to live for. If you have kids, you have no excuse in the world to not succeed and not do what you really want to do. I know you're probably thinking, oh, well, I have kids, so I don't have much time on my hands. Yeah, but you know what? Everyone has 24 hours in a day. So we got to push ourselves, push past that. Here's number 10. Push past that and realize that we all have 24 hours in a day. It's how we use the time. If you don't use the time wisely and you look back and you're like, I could have spent 5 minutes on this and 10 minutes on that, but instead I was screwing around on my phone and wasting damn time that I could have actually not been wasting and making good use of. Okay, that's your own problem. Do something about it, be proactive, and change it now. Okay, you can't change the past, but you can change it right now. You can start today. You can start right now. Okay, so it's never too late to start anything, all right? It's never an excuse. People say, I don't have time to train. I don't have time to exercise. Get your ass up 5 to 10 minutes earlier in the morning. Push yourself, pass that mind. Here's number 11. Push yourself, pass that mind to stop thinking, oh, I can't get up that early. 5, 10 minutes, what is that, okay? It's going to be well worth it. I guarantee it. So that's number 11. Let's get out there, stay motivated, believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Let's get out there. Let's go.